Get after your goals now. Take three. I was driving, I was recording. Wife gave me a call, so I had to start re-recording. Kind of lost my train of thought. I really like having this microphone to be able to do a little bit better recording even while I'm driving. I know it's not perfect, but this generally gives me a lot of time to just be able to put my thoughts out there. So what we want to talk about today is get after your goals now. It's early in the year, and everyone typically has, a New Year's goal, or the saying "New Year, New Me." There's typically two ways that this will go, or I guess there's three ways that this could go. One is that you take action and it's short-lived towards working towards your goal. Number two is that you come up. I guess number two is that we will start our goals and then we'll never complete them. And then number three is that we think our goals are unachievable and we just won't start them at all anyways. So this year, what we really want to work on is getting after your goals now, start to build that consistency, and then focus on habits and processes to carry you through. So one thing I started a couple of weeks ago that I really like, and this is just personal, but I've noticed that I was working out 4 days a week lifting weights, and the other 3 days I was not doing anything. Like, cardio kills gains. I don't necessarily believe that anymore. There's a lot of people out there that are able to build a lot of muscle and still do cardio, but that's always what we say. So this year I've been focusing on getting in the gym 7 days a week. If I miss a day, it is what it is. But if you focus on that 7 days a week, you start to build that habit, that you form essentially a process that keeps you motivated to keep going. It's not even about motivation at that point. It's just about consistency. So when we come up with a game plan to only do something 3 or 4 days a week, if we miss that one day, then we're like, oh, okay, no big deal. And then it turns into 2, 3, 4, maybe 5. You start to miss a whole week. And then often people will start the new year, they'll, on their weight loss journey or whatever to build muscle, and they will lose consistency after a month. That's the January crowd. I've been pretty consistent over the years. I won't say my gains necessarily fully reflect that, but it is what it is. At least I get in there. So this year we want to really focus on just getting after our goals, no matter what it is. If your goal is to get a new job, are you building that skill set or that experience to launch you into the next level or whatever field it may be? If your goal is to lose weight, are you, getting in the gym? Are you tracking your calories? Are you working with a coach? What are you doing to get after your goals? Is your goals finance? If that's the case, then are you budgeting? Are you trying to find new sources of income? What are you doing to work towards your goals? That's one of the biggest things. Again, there's multiple things that happen throughout the years that people just don't stick to their goals, or they never start them. A lot of the reason that people never even try to achieve their goals is that they're scared. Anything in life worth trying is typically difficult. You can't be scared to attempt to try something. You literally just have to, carpe diem, seize the day, get out there and get after it. Again, this is generally wasted with a lot of people. We're, a generation of people that we get instant gratification, and if we don't get results right away, we'll quickly move on to the next thing. I don't know how many goals over the last 39 years of my life I've went after, and then I've never succeeded, and then half the time I don't even try them again. So I got a couple goals this year, and one of them's fitness. It's just to be more active 7 days. So a lot of people don't understand that taking those days off kind of messes up your consistency. I'm not talking about not getting active recovery. I'm talking about You know, those days that you're not lifting or those days that you're not doing whatever your exercise is, just getting out there and maybe going for a walk, go kayaking, go bicycling. You know, just get out of the house. If walking is your thing and it's raining one day, then take it to a treadmill somewhere. Get out and walk your dogs. You know, if you don't have a dog, get a dog. Maybe that'll help you with your consistency. I don't know. Get out and play with your kids. That's another good exercise. You know, it's one of those things. Especially, I had I had a son at a young age, and I guess I didn't get out and play with him enough. But at least I had the ability to do it. There's a lot of people these days that just can't even keep up with their kids. Is that something that you want in your life? I guess a lot of something else we need to think about is when we're looking at setting goals. You know, why? What is your why? Why do you want to achieve this goal? Is it financial freedom to get your time back? You know, do you want to get a new job to have a better work-life balance? Do you want to make more money so you can go on a vacation next year? You know, do you want to be active for your kids? Do you want to be more active, you know, in your home life? I mean, there's a million things that we can all work on to be better. But the main point of this whole thing is get after your goals now. You sit here and you try to come up with the perfect game plan. Generally, there is no perfect game plan. And we can sit around and wait to build one, or we can start with action, and then along the way, we can hone our plans. We can refocus and adjust as needed. You can course correct if needed, right? There's another really good saying I like saying, even though I'm not saying perfectly, you know, a sailboat with no direction doesn't really matter where you end up because you don't know where you're going. And I definitely butchered that, but essentially, you know, the wind could be blowing, but if you don't have a course to go, you know, you could just end up anywhere. So pick your path, pick your poison, whatever you want to say, and get after your goals. It doesn't matter what your goals are, just do them. You know, if you have that, you know, some goals can be accomplished in a lot shorter time period than people think. You know, something like fitness is long-term, like lifestyle. Something like a degree or something like, you know, getting that new job is essentially a short-term goal, a short to medium-term goal. You know, becoming a millionaire or multi-millionaire, yeah, that's a long-term goal. But you have to build these small wins to just get that consistency and keep going. If you don't see results right away, that's okay, because most of the time you won't. The funny thing about fitness, and the reason I keep saying is because, you know, it's January and a lot of people are into that right now, as am I, so I can't really say anything. But when you start to see, most people, when they start to see that scale moving, even if it's 5 pounds, you know, they get excited. Then the next 5 pounds might not be as easy to lose. So, you know, people get frustrated and they just quit. Well, if you look at the long-term ebbs and flows of life, you know, they're not going to be instant victories all the time. So if you get that 5 pounds down, you know, maybe it's going to take twice as long to get the next 5 pounds down. Or maybe you're building muscle and you just don't know it. So then you got to start looking at, you know, measurements and how do your clothes fit? How do you feel? These are all things you got to look at, you know. If your goals are finance, then, you know, when you got that first $1,000 in your savings account, you're like, wow, you never would have thought that'd be capable. But if you cut back your spending and you look at investments and things like that, then, you know, 1 year, 2025 is the year to do it, but 1 year can literally change your life. So make this the year, get out and get after your goals now.